Alright, now let's do exercise 3 together. Reading 2, matching headings. Exercise 3. You are going to read a passage about city streets. Before you begin, look at the 2 pictures and answer the question. Oh, I can see 2 pictures here. Alright, now what do you think the passage will be about? A. The difference between towns and cities now and towns and cities in the past. B. How towns and cities are planned and built. C. Removing cars and other vehicles from streets in towns and cities. So look at those 2 pictures and tell me, what do you think? If you think that is A, you must explain. B, you also have to explain. Whatever you say, you have to explain why. Okay? Now each one of you choose one of them and then you explain that to me. Duy Tân, go. Read that.
Remove car and other vehicle from street in town and city.
Okay, why did you choose C? You still don't understand, right? They say before you begin, look at the 2 pictures and answer the question. They didn't ask you to read anything from the passage. Yeah, Hung, what did you choose? You chose A. Read that aloud. Yeah, the difference between towns and cities now and towns and cities in the past. Why do you think so?
Because 2 pictures is the same place.
Mm-hmm.
And the picture 1 is a lot of vehicles.
Yeah.
It looks like now, and the picture 2 isn't have any vehicles.
Yeah.
Like the past.
So you think that the picture at the bottom is somewhere in the past,
Yeah.
no vehicles, and the one on top, that is the modern city with a lot of vehicles. You think so? So you think that the passage is about the difference between towns and cities now and towns and cities in the past. That's what you think. Okay. Now, yeah, thank you. Sop. What do you choose? You chose A as well? Why?
Because they see the under picture, they see like in past, and then the upper one is in the present with a lot of cars and vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of a lot of people in the past with not much vehicle.
Okay. Thank you. Quỳnh Anh, what do you think?
I don't see.
Why?
Because I think the big 2 ones, I can see a lot of vehicles like truck or car in the city, and in the picture 2, I don't see all the people in there. So I think
Good.
I choose A because look at two pictures, we can see the different one picture have a lot of cars and vehicles, and other picture is have a park and no vehicle.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I just want to hear your reasons. That's it. Well, actually, just based on these two pictures, it's really hard to tell. Okay. Maybe they are talking about the differences between towns and cities now and towns and cities in the past, or they are talking about removing cars and other vehicles from streets in towns and cities. We don't know for sure. Probably the answer is C. Do you know why? Because actually whatever you are explaining, it's just kind of similar to each other. Whether you choose A or C, your explanations are just the same. You just say, well, because from the picture above, you just see a lot of vehicles, and the one at the bottom, you don't see so many vehicles anymore. Actually, you only see some people walking there, right? But that doesn't tell whether that is the past and the now pictures, or they are talking about removing cars. Can someone tell me what really helped you to distinguish? If you have to pinpoint one location or one point there.
Yeah, the two pictures we can see the clothes of the people or the dress spot.
Mm-hmm.
But first I see the clothes of the people.
Yeah. Okay, we don't know for sure. Probably we have to read. But actually, if you look at the billboard, Sports Direct, you see that on the left side? You see that? The billboard, Sports Direct. Right? You can see that those two boards on both pictures. Right? If it is really about something like the past and the modern cities or something, probably that shop doesn't exist anymore. Right? Because if something very, very long time ago, then probably everything has gone. Okay? So probably now it is not the differences between the past and the current situation. But we don't know for sure, right? That's just what we guess. Of course, this is about reading, not about looking at some pictures, and then we can say whether that is about this or that. Okay? That's what we are trying to do here is I just want you to have a look at some pictures, and then you should give your reasons, explain and speak English. That's it. Okay? Now, exercise 4. Read the passage quickly and underline words from 1 to 8. Then match them with their definitions A to H. Have you finished? Done? So number 1, pedestrians. That is people who are walking and not in a vehicle. Where is that? Pedestrians, where is that? Where can we find that word? Only there? Only from the title? Anywhere else? Paragraph A, line number 9. Okay, yes. In most other cities, however, pedestrians were forced to share the streets with horses, coaches, and later with cars and other motorized vehicles, right? So you can underline that word. Yeah, so we have pedestrians, right? So learn that. That is people who are walking and not in a vehicle. So you can see a lot of pedestrians on the second picture, right? On the picture at the bottom. See? Yeah. A lot of pedestrians there. All right, now next one. Number 2. Duy Tân, read that.
Sound.
Exhort.
Exhaust.
Films.
Exhaust film.
What? Yeah. What does that mean? What's the answer? H. Yes. The answer is H. You can write H there. Strong. Okay, you can read that yourself. Read that.
Strong, unpleasant, and open dangerous gases from vehicle.
Yes, strong, unpleasant, and often dangerous gases from vehicles. All right. If you use vehicles and what you see probably from the back of a vehicle, that kind of gas we call that exhaust fumes. If you have to use exact the correct terms for that. Okay, so that's what we call exhaust fumes. Where is that? Duy Tân.
Power clean line number 3.
Okay, yes, I can see that. Paragraph B, line number 3, right? Dirty exhaust fumes from cars and the risks involved in crossing the road were beginning. Right? Something like that, right? So you can analyze that word, exhaust fumes. All right. Okay, number 3, Gia Hằng.
Experimenting.
Okay, experimenting. What does that mean?
When people disagree with or
No, what is the answer? D. When people disagree with a change, idea, etc., and refuse to accept it. Not exactly, because here they say when people disagree. No, with that word we don't mean disagree or anything. What? So? A. Okay, read that.
Try something in order to discover what it is like.
Yes, experimenting. That means trying. The answer is A. Trying something in order to discover what it's like. Okay? That makes more sense. Now, number 4, stop. Resistance. What's the answer? D. Okay, read that.
When people disagree with a change, idea, etc., and
Refuse.
to accept it.
Yes, when people disagree with a change, idea, etc., and refuse to accept it. So that means they are making a resistance. And we have a verb. What is the verb form of this?
Resist.
Yeah, resist. Okay, resistance is the noun. So yeah, after this, you have to learn all of them. You have to read many times and make sure from now on you know the meaning of all of these words. All right? Okay. Number 5, Bùn Anh.
Shopkeepers I do see.
Okay.
In Hawaii, last night, many shopkeepers for distance they would slow.
No, just read that. Read the definition of shopkeepers.
People who own or manage shops.
Yes, shopkeepers means people who own and manage shops. Okay, it means shopkeepers, people who own or manage shops. Yeah. Okay. Now, number 6.
Constructions.
Yeah.
F.
F, 6F, construction. F, okay.
The work of building house, office, bridges.
Yes, the work of building houses, offices, bridges, etc. Yes, that is what we call construction. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have constructor, we have constructions. They both are nouns, okay? Construct is the verb. Construction, constructors, construct. That is the work of building houses, offices, bridges, etc. Yitang, 7.
Maintain.
Okay, what's the answer?
A.
E,
No. B.
B. Okay.
The work does he done to keep something in good condition?
Yes, maintenance. That means the work that is done to keep something in good condition. For example, like your vehicles, after a certain time, after using that for a certain time, we need to bring it to maybe a garage, okay, and then make some maintenance for that. Yeah, maybe just to check whether all the engines is working or something, oil, gas, and everything. So that is maintenance. The work that is done to keep something in good condition. Now, number 8. Yeah, Hung? Yeah, outskirts. Yes. E. Yes. Yes, the outer area of a city, town, or village. Okay? The outer area of a city, town, or village. That is outskirts. Got it? Now I want you to take like 5 to 10 minutes, read these words carefully, and then you can search. Actually, you should know, right? Because you read the passage already, right? Do you? What? No need. You can read that yourself. Wait. We've just found 2 words: pedestrians, exhaust films. Now I want the word experimenting. Where's that? Number 3. Where's that? Paragraph E. B. Line number?
6.
Okay. Yes, I can see that. You can underline that, guys. If you haven't found it yet, now is your chance. Underline them all. Because if you still don't understand how to use those words, you can read that word from the passage, the whole sentence. So that's the best way to learn, okay? So you can learn something like, many believe the time was right for experimenting with car-free streets, and shopping areas seems the best place to start. Okay? Now, the next word, resistance. Where's that? We have C, line number 1. Okay. At first, there was resistance from shopkeepers. Okay. Guys, after this, I need you to read all of the words there. Make sure you learn and you understand the meaning of those words. And also, you need to read at least 1 example sentence like this. For example, if I ask you, give me 1 example, how to use the word resistance, then you have to say, at first there was resistance from shopkeepers. Understand? Okay, good. Now, construction, where's that? Where? Paragraph D, line number 8. Okay, yes, construction. Alright, when they learned this, that they even offered to pay for the construction and maintenance costs of their own traffic-free streets. Okay, good. Oh, I can see the word maintenance as well. So you can underline that right there, next to construction. Okay? Now the last word, outskirts, where's that? Paragraph E. Number 7. Okay, today they are a common feature on the outskirts of towns and cities. Okay. Good. Yes? The answer is A. That means that you try something new. you try something in order to discover what it's like. For example, like you don't know whether if you touch fire or if you put the pen in the fire, what would happen? You don't know, right? So you just do it. You put a pen on a fire and see what happens. That means you are experimenting. But of course, you have to think carefully before you try something like that, because many of them are very dangerous, right? Be careful of some kind of explosions or something, okay? Be very careful. So here, trying something in order to discover what it's like. Now, okay, Yaham is very good because you asked for that word. Now you want to know how to use that or something. You just read here. Many believe the time was right for experimenting with car-free streets, and shopping areas seem the best place to start. When they say experimenting with car-free streets, what does that mean? Huh? Yes, when they say experimenting, I mean they try that. They try and see what would happen. They try. And in this case, they say they try with car-free streets. Car-free streets, I mean what? Yeah, I mean that you try some street with no cars. No cars on the streets. Here in Vietnam, we have one area like Nguyễn Huệ Street, right? But only inside that part, but outside is still drive around, right? But only inside that area. You know Nguyễn Huệ Street, right? Yeah, you go there, you can only walk. Yeah, you cannot even you cannot even cycle there, right? Cycle? Really? No, they won't allow you to cycle there. Okay? Yeah, I know some people still do that, but that's illegal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but surrounding that area, still many people use cars, motorbikes, and many different forms of transport, right? But many different means of transport. But inside that area, you are only allowed to walk, nothing else. Okay. So that means car-free streets. When you guys, you will see a lot of things like this in English. Car-free. That means no car. Not like you buy a car for free, or you get a car for free, zero money. No, car-free, that means no car. Car-free streets, that means no car streets. Okay? Yeah. Yeah? All right, good. Okay, now guys, please spend like 5 to 10 minutes, read through everything before we move on to the next one, because the next one is the most important part, right? The next one, exercise 5, matching headings. That is what you have to do. Okay? Or you can try to do it first and you read it later, yeah? Now exercise 5. Now match the headings 1 to 7 below with paragraphs A to E in the passage on page 19. There are 2 headings that you do not need. So we have a list of headings here. 1, facing local opposition. 2, some reasons for success. 3, winners and losers. 4, a need for change. 5, an experiment that went wrong. 6, an idea from ancient history. 7, North America learns from Europe. Guys, the way to do this type of task or test, because for sure you will see this, okay, in a test. Not always, but that is a type of IELTS test, okay? So how can you do this? First of all, you need to take time to read the list of headings here. You read through everything, and you need to underline some keywords again. Okay?
Where's the letter like ABC so we can find it?
From the passage. You see, passage, from the passage, pedestrian only, you see A, paragraph A, paragraph B, paragraph C, paragraph D, paragraph E. You see that? We have 5 paragraphs, right? So for those 5 paragraphs, each one of them has its own heading. You have to choose the right heading for that. Okay? And here, that's why they say there are 2 headings that you do not need. They give you 7. They give you 7, so 2 of them you don't need to use.
Yay!
No, they're there to distract you. That's not something not like a bonus. Why are you so happy when you see more headings like that? Okay, now guys, you have to read all of the headings first and underline the keywords. For example, facing local opposition. Make sure you understand that one first. Yeah, opposition. What does that mean? So that makes it hard.
Oh, so
Because if you don't even know or you don't even understand the headings, it's almost impossible for you to look for the right paragraph, right?
impossible.
Guys, how about this? You try to do it. If something you don't understand, then you leave it, okay? And you do the other things first, and then the rest, maybe that is the answer. You understand?
Oh, so hard.
Okay?
So hard.
Of course. No, this one is still very easy compared with the real one.
Easy what?
Compared with the real test, this one is still very easy.
Easy what?
They're trying to train you the form of test, but it's not a real test because the language is very easy.
Not easy.
Okay, read now, fast and do it. Underline the keywords first.
Keyword what?
For example, facing local opposition, some reasons for success. So maybe you need to underline. Okay, now let me help you. This is the first time, right? Facing local opposition. What should we underline here?
Oh.
Oh, too much.
Local connection.
Yes, local oppositions. Local opposition. You may not understand the word opposition, right?
What does it mean?
I cannot explain that. You have to do it first. But you try to think about some other words that you already knew, and maybe if they look similar, maybe they have kind of similar meaning. Opposition, does it bring a bell? Does it bring you to some other similar words? No? Okay, then fine. Then you have to do the other things first. Now number 2, some reasons for success. What should you underline?
Reason for success.
Yeah, reasons, success. Reason, success. So that's what you have to remember. Reason, success. Reason, success. That's what you have to remember. Yeah? Number 3.
Winner, loser.
Yeah, winners and losers. So you underline winners, losers. So if you see somewhere mentioning about winners, losers, then okay, win, lose, something like that, then that should be it. Number 4, a need for change.
We will see.
What should we underline?
Need change.
Yeah, need change. Don't underline too much, otherwise it will be a mess. Okay, need change. 5. An experiment that went wrong. What should we underline here?
Experiment went wrong.
Yeah, experiment went wrong. Experiment went wrong. If you read anywhere, you say, oh, an experiment, and it's wrong, doesn't work, then that should be it. 7.
Idea, ancient history.
Yeah, idea, ancient history. Next.
North America learns Europe.
Yeah, North America learns from Europe. The whole thing. Okay, now, so after reading all of the headings here and underline all the keywords, now we go back to read paragraph A. There's no other choice. We have to read. Pedestrians only, how traffic-free shopping streets developed. Okay? And read paragraph A. Go. Read that. Everything. And choose the right heading. You are not allowed to use any dictionary now, okay? Because if you use, then it's not interesting anymore. It's not fun anymore.
That fact is not fun.
Do it. Finished?
Not even give anything.
What? You have to read carefully. It's not that easy.
Easy.
Try to read paragraph A first and see the main idea, what it is about. Read that one. And then you choose. Guys, we have some words like souks, right? Line number 3, paragraph A. Okay? During the Middle Ages, traffic-free shopping areas known as souks were built in Middle Eastern countries to allow people to shop in comfort and, more importantly, safety. So, do you need to ask what does that mean?
What does that mean?
You should not ask. Do you need to ask the meaning for the meaning of that? No, you don't need to ask for the meaning of that. Why? Because the meaning is right there. Read carefully. Now tell me, what does it mean? Or tell me the meaning of that.
I don't know.
Read that again. Read that sentence and tell me the meaning of that.
And it allows people to shop in comfort and more importantly safely.
Yeah, kind of. So actually, you see, they say traffic-free shopping areas known as souks. So that means souks are
Or what?
traffic-free shopping areas. You understand? And where? Where are those areas?
In the Middle Eastern country.
Yes, in Middle Eastern countries. Okay? So that's how you can understand the meanings of some words there. Okay? Go on.
No one what?
Read that one and tell me the main idea, because actually the main idea is also the heading. The main idea of that one is the heading. Read that and summarize it and tell me what it is about, and you know the heading. Finish reading paragraph A.
Yes.
Now tell me the summary. What is it about? So what does it describe?
Part A, it's all about how I can explain it. I understand that, but
Yeah, just say something. Say something. Whatever. How you understand it, just say it. What is it about? Is it about cars or what or what?
they planted the vehicle, the transport to have place for work, have a place for work.
Yeah.
But những ngày sau, những ngày sau.
Yeah. Some days after that.
So then after that, they change. They was allowed at night with shop market has closed for the day. I read the part I see the changing of that.
Okay. What else? Where do you see that? Yeah? So, go.
There won't be any traffic and there will be a lot of shops
Yeah.
and stocks,
Yeah.
where it is in the middle of eastern
Okay.
countries
Yeah.
and it allows the people there to go shopping in comfort and safely.
Yes. So that's the first thing. Yeah. That means that we are talking about some traffic-free shopping areas. So pedestrian can walk and then they can shop there. Okay. In comfort and safety. Okay. What else? What else does it mention?
2,000 years ago, the
Mm-hmm.
was free with the road traffic
for the free movement of pedestrians. Free movement of pedestrians, that means that pedestrians can walk freely, easily,
and
nothing stopping them.
and it and allow the pedestrians to move around freely, and it's allowed. And when at night the shop and market was closed by the day,
Yeah.
and in most cities
Most other cities, not in most cities.
and in most other cities, pedestrians is forced to share the streets for horses, coaches, and in present for cars and other motorized vehicles around.
Yeah. So it seems like we have two different areas here. The first part, we see some kind of like traffic-free shopping areas, right? Like souks in Middle Eastern countries, where pedestrians can freely walk. Okay, something like that. But at the end, they said that in most other cities, however, pedestrians were forced to share the streets with horses, just like some modern cities. Okay, so from some sentences above, you see, okay, they mention about some areas where there's no traffic, only pedestrians. But at the end, they say, but in most other cities, pedestrians were forced to share. To share, I mean that they have to walk together with some other vehicles, horses, coaches, cars. Okay. So that's the main idea. Now, after reading that, and then we kind of getting the main idea. Now try to go one by one and see which one match with that paragraph. Okay. Number one. Stop, read that. Number one.
Facing local
Opposition.
opposition.
Facing local opposition. Does it make sense? Do you see anything like local? But because you guys don't understand the meaning of the word opposition, right? So it's impossible for you to answer that unless you understand the meaning of the word opposition. Otherwise, you cannot do it. Okay, now let's do it in case you don't understand. Now let's move on to the next one. So read the next one, number two.
Some reasons for success.
Okay, does that match with paragraph A? From paragraph A, do you see something like reasons for success? No, right? So that means that heading number 2 is not suitable for A. Right? Now, next one, we're done. Read number 3.
Winners and losers.
Yeah, winners and losers. Does it mention about winners and losers in paragraph A? No, so probably number 3 is not the right thing. Okay, number 4. A need for change. Does it say about a need yet? A need for change. That means that something bad happened, so we need to change something. Does it say anything about that?
Yes, I think yes.
No, actually it just compared some different areas together. They didn't say, we need to change or something. No. Because if you see a need for change, you must find some words which have similar meanings as that. It doesn't have any similar meaning words, right? Of a need for change. When you see it, I will show you, don't worry. Now number 5, Duy Tăng.
An experiment that went wrong.
An experiment that went wrong. Do you see any experiments here?
No.
No, so that means that 5 is also not the correct answer. Ya Hưng, read number 6. An idea from ancient history. Does that make sense? Maybe, right? Idea from ancient history. Why do you know that it's ancient history? Yeah, 2000 years ago. Oh, Middle Ages. You know Middle Ages? Man, a long, long time ago. Okay? So you see that during the Middle Ages, as far back as 2000 years ago, that means ancient history. And we have that kind of idea. What idea is that? What is the idea here? What is the idea? Because here they say an idea from ancient history. We see ancient history makes sense with paragraph A because we see something that during the Middle Ages, as far back as 2000 years ago, yes, that means ancient history. They have similar meaning. Now, how about an idea? What type of idea are they mentioning here?
Traffic-free shopping.
Yes, traffic-free shopping areas. That is the idea. Traffic-free shopping areas. Okay? You can note somewhere just to make sure you understand. Okay? Rồi nói tiếng Việt chút nha. Các bạn để mà tìm được cái heading phù hợp thì các bạn phải đảm bảo là bạn phải tìm được tất cả những từ tương đồng, ý nghĩa tương đồng trong cái heading và trong paragraph. Bạn không có chọn đại. You understand? Chỉ cần bạn hiểu được chuyện này thì bạn sẽ tìm được đúng cái heading rất là dễ. Got it? Mình không chọn đại. Nếu như cái mà bạn chọn nó vẫn còn một vài từ nó không có matching thì câu đó vẫn sai như thường. Do you understand? Có thể là nó sẽ còn một cái câu khác nó na ná như vậy luôn á. Nó có thể ghi, nó không ghi là an idea from ancient history nhưng mà nó ghi an idea from blah blah something, but that thing doesn't match with paragraph A, and then it's still wrong. You understand? So the key thing here is you must make sure that all of the points here have similar meanings as the one in that paragraph. Here you see the word ancient history. Ancient history here, we are talking about during the Middle Ages, as far as back 2000 years ago. Okay, makes sense. Now the next one, they are talking about an idea. We don't know what kind of idea is that, like an idea from a long, long time ago. What kind of idea is that? Oh, we see that is traffic-free shopping areas. So that's also an idea, right? You may ask, oh, why do you know that is the kind of idea we need, right? Why do you know? Why do we know that is the kind of idea we need? Because you look at the topic, the title, they say pedestrians only. And how traffic-free shopping streets developed. You see that? You see that? So that means the whole thing here, the whole passage is somewhere about it. Somewhere about pedestrians only, somewhere something about how traffic-free shopping streets develop, something like that. And now we see, oh, an idea, traffic-free shopping areas, makes sense. So that should be the right answer. So you can mark next to number 6, you can write A next to number 6. Or actually in the test, paragraph A, next to paragraph A, you have to write 6, not write A next to heading 6, you understand? You write 6 next to paragraph A. Heading 6 next to paragraph A. Got it? If in the box now you can write it. You can write A in the box, but in the exam you have they give you a blank and you have to write the answer. The answer is 6, not A. Okay. You are searching for the heading. Okay. Now you can write both. A, you write number 6, and for heading 6, you write A, so you know. So A has been chosen, right? Okay, now let's read paragraph B and do the same thing. Read that yourself and do the same thing. Finished already, all of you? Good. Hân, read that. Read the whole paragraph.
The modern traffic-free shopping street was born in Europe in
1960s.
1960s. When more city population increased
Yeah, rapidly.
rapidly, early exhaust use of cars and bricks and road in crossing the road were beginning to make shopping an unpleasant and dangerous experience. Many believe the time was right for experimenting with car-free streets, and shopping areas seemed the best way to start.
Okay, this one is really interesting. Interesting because I hope you didn't choose 5 for that because you see the word experiment. You chose 5? Okay, good. Okay guys, remember this is IELTS. Don't think it's so easy because you see the word an experiment that went wrong because you see experiment in heading 5 and you see experimenting here in paragraph B. Oh, experimenting, and then you choose it. It's totally wrong. Don't let it trick you so easily like that, okay? You have to read. Okay, now after reading this, can someone tell me the kind of the general idea of this? What is it about? First of all, what you say? What you say first? It's very easy. You don't need to. So first we see what the modern traffic-free shopping street was born in Europe in the 1960s when both city population and car ownership increased rapidly. Okay, so first this fast. Rapidly means fast. What? Yes, that is an adverb. Yes. We have speed or something. Yeah, speedy and yeah, rapidly. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, you read the first sentence and you see they mention something of traffic-free shopping streets was born in Europe, right? So that's the idea, was born in Europe. Why is that? They give the reasons because of the population and car ownership increased rapidly. So they said they have that kind of system, and they also give the reasons for that. That's the main thing for the first sentence. What's next?
It said that when the city pollution and car ownership increased fast.
Yeah, so after that, what's next?
You said about the exhaust fumes from the cars and the amount of risk of crossing.
Yeah, so that means they are mentioning about the bad things which happen in those cities, right? Okay, what else? And because of those bad things, so?
It started to make the shop
Unpleasant? Unpleasant, what does that mean, guys? Unhappy.
Has it make the shop more unhappy and there's dangerous experience?
Okay, again, so that's what I said already. That sentence is about the bad things. They just list all of the negative things, the negative side of city population and car ownership increase. Okay? In the end, what did you say?
In the end, they said
for experimenting with car-free streets. So they give the solution, right? Yeah. So first they mentioned, okay, something went wrong there, or the negative things there, right? And then they offer some solutions, right? Now, so done. You read that already. Now you know. Now let's try to read again all of the headings again. Facing local opposition.
No.
Make sense? Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay. Guys, actually you need to. Okay, we still don't understand the meaning of the word opposition. Leave it there. Okay, but maybe it's not correct. What? Opposite? What does that mean? Yes, opposition, kind of opposite. I mean, kind of different idea. So that means that here facing. When you say you're facing local opposition, that means you face local rejection. I mean, many people they don't agree with that. I mean, local people they disagree with that, and some maybe some organization when they give ideas or they want to do something and then they face that. They face the disagreement from local people. So that's what it means. Facing local opposition. Does that make sense for paragraph 2 or paragraph B? No, right? Next one. Some reasons for success, or actually the keywords reason success. Does it mention the reasons for success? No, right? Number 3. Winners, losers. Do we have winners, losers here? No. Number 4. A need for change. A need for change. Yes, we see kind of changing here, right?
Changing what?
A need for change. Change. What is the change here? Can someone tell me about the change?
Ability is not fluency.
No. Which sentence means changing? The need for change. Yeah, many believe the time was right for experimenting the car-free streets. So many believe the time was right for doing that. I mean, they believe that, oh, we need a solution. We need a change. Okay? And shopping areas seem the best place to start. We don't need that. So you can underline that one. Many believe the time was right for experimenting with car-free streets. That means the need for change. Yeah? Because first they mentioned the negative side, and then they mentioned about the need for change. Oh, we need to change something, right? So what's the answer for paragraph B? Heading 4, right? So you can write heading 4 next to paragraph B. Okay? All right. Now we go a little bit faster, guys. Faster, faster. Now C. Stop read the whole thing fast.
At first, there was resistance from shopkeepers. They believed that such a move would be bad for business. They argued that people would avoid streets if they were unable to get in their cars. When the first streets in Europe were closed to traffic, there were even noisy
Demonstrations.
as many shopkeepers
Predicted.
they would lose customers.
Yes. So after reading the whole thing, tell me the main idea of this. The main idea. What is that? Guys.
That means like at
Don't read the sentence again. Tell me the main idea. What is the main idea? Các bạn, cái phần heading này chủ yếu là bạn phải tìm ra được cái nội dung chính hay cái ý chính. Bạn không tóm tắt được, bạn không tóm lược được một cách nhanh chóng cụ thể thì bạn sẽ không làm nổi cái này đâu nha. Nên nhớ đây không phải là đề thi, đây chỉ là phần ví dụ cái dạng thi. Đề thi nó không dễ như vậy đâu, nó không có ngắn như vậy, thuật ngữ nó không có dễ tới như vậy để cho các bạn nhìn vài ba chữ rồi các bạn làm đâu, không có đâu. Một cái đoạn paragraph của nó dài lắm và đọc rất nhức đầu, cho nên bạn tập đi là vừa rồi. Now tell me, summarize it. Yes. So shopkeepers, they are afraid that they would lose customers. That's the main thing. What else?
That means at the beginning, the shopkeepers, that's That means at the beginning, the shopkeepers
Disagree? Yes. At the beginning, the shopkeepers disagreed because they think that they might lose customers, right? Yeah. They think that it would be bad for the business. So it seems like they try to reject the idea, right? They don't like the idea of traffic-free streets, right? So can we say that's something like opposition? Can we do that? Can we say that it's like facing local opposition in heading 1? No? So what do you think? If you read C and you don't think that is number 1, facing local opposition, tell me. Now, okay, if you don't think that is 1, try to read the other one. Number 2, reason, success. Yes or no?
No.
No. Number 3, winners, losers. Yes or no?
No.
Number 4, we did that, so you don't choose it again. Don't look at 4 and 6 again. 5, experiment that went wrong.
Yes.
Why do you know it went wrong?
Because they had argument.
Yeah? They argue that people would avoid streets and something, right? So you think that experiment went wrong. But is this, guys, this is what they think or that is what really happened? They think. Just what they think. It's not the real thing. Right? Because if we say, oh, that went wrong, that must happen for sure, not like because you think it's wrong. It must be really wrong, you understand? But here that's just what they think, right? And also, guys, be very careful. Can you please underline? Line number 2, they say they believe that such a move would be, underline, would be bad for business. Okay, underline would on the second one, and line number 3, they argue that people would avoid streets. Okay, you can underline would avoid streets. And the one before you can underline would be bad for business. Would be bad for business. Would avoid streets. And underline the word predicted at the end. Oh, we have would again. Predicted they would lose customers. Underline that. Predicted they would lose customers. Now let me explain, guys. When you see the word would, what does that mean?
That means
Does that happen for real?
it should only.
Yeah. So when you see the word would, that means it didn't happen yet. And maybe it wouldn't happen. It would never happen. Maybe that is just imagination. That's just the thoughts. Okay, guys, so you see they always use, they didn't say that will be. If they say will be, then it will happen. But here they say would be. I mean, that's what they think. They don't know for sure. Would be bad for business, would avoid stress, predicted. You see, predicted, I mean, that's what they guess. They don't know for sure. They would lose customers. That's just what they think. They don't know for sure. So remember the word would, that means it's not real, unreal. But here, in number 5, they say that an experiment that went wrong. Went wrong, I mean, it happened. It was wrong. But actually, this is what people think. It's not real. You understand? So 5 is wrong. The only thing left is 7, right? North America learns from Europe, yes or no?
No.
No. So everything is wrong, so it leaves us with number 1. Facing local opposition. I said opposition means rejection, disagree. Do you see the people disagree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they disagree with the idea, right? You see shopkeepers, they disagree. Here they argue, right? They argue, they disagree, they thought that would be bad for business, something like that. And how about local? What do you know? Why can we use the word local here? Because local opposition, not international opposition, right? Why do you know? Why can we use the word local here? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Yes, it makes sense because shopkeepers, that means these people, they live there. That means they're local people. You understand? And facing local oppositions, I mean facing the rejection from local people, remember? Facing local opposition means facing rejection or disagreement from local people. Yeah? Guys, write that somewhere. Just make sure you understand. Write that down. Fast. Heading 1. Facing local opposition equals or means facing disagreement or rejection from local people. Fast. We don't have much time left. Fast. Facing disagreement or rejection from local people. Okay? And that makes sense in this case. So that's why heading 1 is the right answer for paragraph C. So next to C you write 1. Okay? And next to heading 1 you can write C. Alright guys? So that's how you can do the matching heading part. Ok. Rồi từ từ mình học nha, thầy sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn còn rất nhiều thứ nha. Thậm chí chỉ cần sai một cái từ về tính từ thôi, hoặc danh từ nó dùng sai, tính từ dùng sai, adverb dùng sai cũng đã đủ cho nguyên cái câu đó sai rồi. You understand? Ok. Để cho mình phân biệt cái đúng cái sai đó. Ban đầu bạn đọc bạn thấy khó thực sự. Yes, at the beginning you think matching heading is really hard. Actually, it's not as hard or tricky as yes, no, not given, or true, false, not given. Ok. Cái phần này của thi IELTS chưa phải là phần khó nhất đâu. Cái phần khó nhất là mà mệt mỏi nhất là yes, no, not given hay là true, false, not given. Với lại cái phần mà đọc để mà tìm ra cái idea, cái đoạn nó nói về cái idea gì đó, mấy cái đó mới phiền đó guys. Alright, now that's it for today. See you next week. Goodbye, see you.